Next, OK, I want to take you to Ukraine now, and I'm going to hand to my colleague, Ben Brown, who's in Kyiv. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, hi there, Lewis. Well, the Ministry of Defence in London says that Russia has been forced to merge and redeploy some of its forces in Ukraine because of failed advances in the northeast of this country. The Ministry of Defence blamed what it called tactical shortcomings, including inconsistent air support. Now, in the last few weeks, Moscow has refocused its efforts very much in the country's east, in the Donbass region. The Ukrainian military have released pictures today showing what they say are strikes on Russian reinforcements to the area around the city of Izium, a key battleground in the Kharkiv area. Meanwhile, less than 20 miles from the southern front lines is the city of Mykolaiv. On the Black Sea coast, it stands between the Russian army and Odessa, and shelled nearly daily. It's been without running water for more than 2 weeks. Caroline Davis, our correspondent, has been speaking to those who live in a city on the edge of war.
Bird song in Mykolaiv. Spring has arrived, but there's little sign of a new beginning. So we're in the south of the city at the moment with the bomb disposal unit. They are following up on reports that they've had of multiple rockets that have landed and then checking to see if they can make the area safe. Through a suburban front yard into what remains of Valeri's sitting room, a rocket hit his home 2 days ago.
There was a strong explosion, and when a rocket fell here, there was a massive shockwave. Books, my things, everything is damaged.
The unit moved from home to home, removing a rocket from a front room and a section of an unexploded bomb from a driveway. The city is less than 20 miles from the front line and has been heavily shelled since the beginning of the war. This children's hospital was hit a little over 3 weeks ago.
At the moment, we've got used to the situation, and it is scary. You don't know what comes tomorrow, what comes within an hour, what may happen to your relatives, to your patients.
In the premature babies ward, care continues. The windows have been blocked and the unit have relocated into the centre of the building.
We can't evacuate children who need artificial ventilation. We can't close the department because there are other children who may need our help.
Dotted around the city, people queue to refill their bottles at tankers or at natural springs. Mykolaiv has been without running water since the supply was cut off after Russian shelling more than 2 weeks ago. Now even the fire brigade have to find new ways to refill.
Here it's our bathroom, no water too.
Grandmother Tatiana has decided to stay in the city despite the constant shelling and lack of water.
It's not easy, but what we can do. I was trying to join the army, but they say that you are a little bit too old, and another problem, you are nearly blind. I said, maybe I'm nearly blind, but I can smell Russian tank, okay? If it will be necessary, if Russians will come here, of course I will fight.
After months of living on the edge of the battle, Mykolaiv has found a way to continue, but the constant threat from Russia sits just over the horizon. Caroline Davis, BBC News, Mykolaiv.
And Alexei Goncharenko is an MP, a member of parliament in the Ukrainian parliament for the poor city of Odessa in the south of Ukraine. And he's been telling us that Ukraine is thankful for all the assistance that's been provided by the West and the UK in particular, and the situation in the Black Sea has recently changed.
First of all, we are very thankful for all support we are receiving from the West and from the United Kingdom. We are especially thankful for the leadership which United Kingdom and its Prime Minister shows in the help of Ukraine. And yes, Harpoon and Brimstone missiles from the UK, they are on the route, they are coming to Ukraine, and they are strengthening our defense on the sea. But even without, I can tell you that we were very successful with the attack against Russian flagman ship Moscow. It's a cruiser, missile cruiser, which became a submarine because it was sent down by Ukrainians. And that's changed the situation in the Black Sea.
So that's the Member of Parliament for Odessa. Now, I just want to bring you up to date with the latest horrors, really, from Bucha near Kyiv, which is the town that was occupied by Russian forces, and the allegation is that Russian war crimes were carried out there against civilians in the town of Bucha. And the Ukrainian police are now saying that the bodies of 3 more men have been found there, men with their hands tied behind their backs. They were found in a pit near Bucha on April the 29th. A pit with the bodies of 3 men was found in the Bucha district, according to the Ukrainian police. The victims' hands were tied, cloths were covering their eyes, some of them were gagged. There were traces of torture on the bodies, as well as gunshot wounds to various parts of the body. And the Ukrainian police and prosecutors also say they are hunting 10 Russian soldiers in particular for alleged atrocities in Bucha. They are known in Ukraine as the Despicable 10, and they have been identified by Ukrainian police and prosecutors as Russian soldiers who were directly responsible for war crimes in that region. That's the latest from Kyiv. Back now to you in the studio.